everyone in the world! Yahoo minna! Mochi sensei desu! My students often ask me, how long does it take to learn Japanese? Is 2 years enough to master Japanese language? Or just simply how to learn Japanese fast? I think this answer may vary from person to person as it's up to your learning demand. Some people are learning Japanese for studying, working, and some people are just for traveling. However, whether your learning purposes are, today I will show you guys some tips that help you learning Japanese fast and become fluent in Japanese. Before diving into details, I will briefly introduce myself about my language ability. As you know, I'm a Japanese native speaker and I'm able to communicate with foreigners in English. That's why I often get this question, how did you become able to speak English? I'll talk about this in detail in another video, but to explain why I can speak English, it's because I used to live in the US when I was in elementary school for about 5 years. However, after I returned to Japan, I didn't use English at all and almost completely forgot it. And this applies to any languages. If you don't use it, you will forget it. So why can I speak English now? It's because I use it every day. From Japanese lesson to filming Instagram and YouTube videos. Even though I live in Japan, I use English every single day. If you watch my earlier YouTube videos, you will see that my English has improved significantly in these past 3 years. It's not perfect yet, but I can speak English smoothly to the point where I'm happy with it. But I want to make it clear that speaking is not the only important thing. Of course, it is the most important thing, but think about it. Can you speak without any vocabulary to begin with? You can't form any sentences if you don't know any words. I always emphasize the importance of output, but I want you to remind that input is equally important. Now today, I will talk about what specifically you should do to learn Japanese fast and fluently. Set your Japanese learning purposes. First, setting realistic goal is crucial in determining the timeline for learning Japanese. For instance, if you're learning Japanese to take a JLPT certificate to have a job or live in Japan, it is crucial to study this language step by step and schedule your learning plan. Whatever your goal is, it is important to learn the basics first. Learn Hiragana and Katakana. In many of my videos, when sharing the tips of learning language from my working experience, I always place an emphasis on learning Hiragana and Katakana alphabets. It doesn't take too much time to learn these two alphabets. If you spend around 30 minutes per day learning and practicing them, you're likely to master scripts in 1 week. There are many resources to learn Hiragana and Katakana, and if you don't know what to start with, please learn Hiragana and Katakana in the beginning. Study the basics. Are you wondering what's the quickest way to being fluent in Japanese is? It's simple. Start with the basics. To put it simply, JLPT N5 level is the foundation of Japanese. To pass JLPT N5, you need to learn about 121 vocabulary words, 103 kanji, and 80 grammar patterns. Looking at the numbers of kanji, it might sound like a lot, but don't worry, it's not that much. The important thing is to set the daily study time, make it a routine, and continue. Vocab and kanji. As you know, kanji is the critical aspect of learning Japanese, which consists of thousands of Chinese symbols that represent entire words, ideas, or phrases. Knowing very basic kanji will enable you to understand, speak, and write simple Japanese. But the most difficult part is kanji, right? N5 is basic kanji, but it is still very difficult for foreigners who have never seen kanji before. Don't worry. Let's start with the most common basics such as nichi, tsuki. Complex kanji characters may make you feel overwhelmed from the beginning, distracted by fear and anxiety, assuming that you're incapable of memorizing them. What's more, it is highly recommended to learn kanji alongside vocabulary. Learning vocabulary along with kanji is not just about saying how the kanji is used in the context. It also helps you remember the kanji readings. Many kanji has multiple readings and are pronounced differently depending on the word they're used in. Besides learning kanji and vocab through the textbook, let's make the best of online language app. As I always recommend, the best app to learn kanji and Japanese vocab is MochiKanji, Learn Japanese. The first time you open the app, you will experience some small personal questions that Mochi will based on and then tailor the suitable courses for you. MochiKanji offers more than 8,000 kanji and vocabulary that are divided to smaller courses and topics. So you can freely choose what topic you like and want to learn. If you want to learn Japanese for JLPT, I highly recommend you to start studying the JLPT N5 to N2 vocabulary course. Or, if your purpose is to visit Japan or learn basic communication, MochiKanji offers daily conversations such as asking for help, what is the weather like, to help you gain more input and increase your reflexes in Japanese communications.
いい天気ですね。
そうだね。
Also, for those who love writing kanji, the app offers writing courses to practice kanji characters to JLPT N5 level to N3 levels. Each kanji has multiple step-by-step writing games that help you memorize kanji strokes order fast and effectively. Let's experience a lesson.
学生
Each course has many small lessons and each lesson includes 10 to 15 words or kanji. MochiKanji's vocabulary and kanji including Hiragana are designed in the form of flashcards with audio, image, meaning, kanji writing, and example sentences. Also, it offers interesting quizzes for each new word to help you remember words more easily.
会社員
Now, let's move on to the best and unique features of MochiKanji that helps you memorize 1,000 kanji and Japanese words. It uses the spaced repetition system, a method of transferring the knowledge we've learned to long-term memory by creating appropriate intervals between review sessions. As we all know, if we learn anything without practice, we can forget that knowledge easily. However, if you cram all the knowledge in the learning time, it's not as effective as we expect, even if you are likely to forget soon afterward and be overwhelmed. That's why spaced repetition system is commonly used these days, especially for the sake of studying vocabulary and kanji. So, how does the MochiKanji apply the spaced repetition to help you learn kanji fast? After finishing a lesson, the app will calculate and remind you to revise the learned words at the best time called golden time. So you just need to learn kanji and words, then wait for golden time to review your lesson. You will receive the cute notification when the timer goes 0 and it's time to revise your words. MochiKanji offers various reviewing quizzes, including reading, writing, and listening, so you can review words in a comprehensive way. For those who has a weak will and not good at continuing, it's time to study using spaced repetition. What is more, each kanji or word you expose is also stored in a digital notebook and classified into 5 levels of memorization from level 1 kanji you've just learned to level 5 kanji you've able to memorize well, letting you know which kanji words you need to revise more to reach the highest level and engrave it into your mind. And there's something called J Dictionary. You can search for words you haven't known by typing kana, romaji, or kanji on searching tab in MochiKanji. Let's search what megane means. Each result includes meaning, word type, example sentence, and audio.
メガネ
So megane means glasses. You can also save words for the review later. By the way, there are about 10,000 words in this dictionary. You can download it from App Store or Google Play, searching MochiKanji Learn Japanese. You can experience this app on the website too. There's a wonderful app that will notify you. I think there's no way to use this, so please give it a try. Study every day. The next step is to continue. It is the easiest and yet the hardest thing to do. If you just study once in a week, you will mostly forget what you learned in the previous session. It is very important to remember that consistent learning is very important. When you feel unmotivated and feel like, let's do it tomorrow, please remember me, Mochi sensei is angry. It's meaningless if you don't keep going. This is not a lie. If you seriously want to be fluent in Japanese, please keep your promise with me. If it's really impossible, like you're really busy or really tired, Even just 15 minutes is fine. But please make an effort not to break the habit of studying every day. If you have completed these steps, you should have a solid foundation. So then you can move on to the next step, output. Let's put the knowledge you have acquired into action through output. Practice speaking as much as possible to improve your conversational skills. I hope all these tips and advice will help you. And let's be fluent with me, let's learn with me. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to subscribe, push like button and comment. And see you guys in the next video. Bye! またね